Hey everyone, Ittarra here, bringing you another Soulcalibur VI video. In this video, we're going to be going over the top 5 reasons as to why you should be getting Soulcalibur VI. Now, this top 5 is not going to be in any particular order because every reason is a very in-depth reason for different reasons. Also, on top of the fact that we're going to be going over if you're planning on getting really into it or if you're just going to take your time with it. Now, the number one reason as to why you should get Soulcalibur VI is for the very simple fact that this fighting game will have the most offline content there is to offer at launch in the past few years. Now, I know people will immediately think of Dragon Ball FighterZ because they have story mode, training mode, arcade mode, and so on and so forth. However, with Soulcalibur VI, not only are you going to be able to create your own fighter, but there is a story mode as well as an extra mode where it's, I guess you would want to call it like scenario campaign mode from Tekken, where there's just a bunch of different objectives and you can just continuously play it no matter what with your creations, and it's just a very nice thing to see considering how lackluster the offline content was for Soulcalibur V. And I know for a fact that a lot of people love to play this game just, you know, offline, no online, or just, you know, playing with their friends offline. And Soulcalibur VI has actually gone above and beyond this. You know, I think it's called the Tales of Libra, I believe. I'm gonna just put a quick edit here if I mispronounce that. But I feel that if you are a person who really loves single-player content, this is definitely the number one reason as to why to get this. Now, the number two reason, we're going over to the pros section, you know, the people who want to take it seriously. This game is infinitely more in-depth, just in-depth in general, than majority of other fighters. Now, I've noticed a trend when it came down to fighters in the past couple of years where it's been just attacking, you know, excuse me, it's just been attack, and there's just been no real defensive options, or there hasn't been really, it's been more flashy, you know what I mean? Soulcalibur VI actually has great defense, great offense, and the movement in general is on point. Like, you cannot argue with the fact that its movement is absolutely ridiculously smooth. You know, every person that has played the beta or played it before launch has always said, this game feels amazing. So if you're looking for actually like smooth stepping or just responsive controls in a fighter, or just want to feel like, hey, I'm actually doing something and it's not getting lost, Soulcalibur VI will do it for you. It's kind of wild that Soulcalibur VI has come from so far, considering the fact that SCVI was, you know, let's be real here, it didn't do a lot right. You know, it did some things right, but it didn't do a lot right, and that was the problem. Now, the number 3 reason as to why you really should get Soulcalibur VI is, well, this is more of a personal standpoint. They hit the nostalgia just right. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, how did they make the nostalgia just right? Well, the thing is they combined previous Soulcalibur games with this one to create a brand new experience. Now, for combat system, they brought back signature moves, obviously, but they also brought back just like the bread and butter combos from Soulcalibur 4, 3, and some from 5, believe it or not, but as well as adding on to it. So some of these moves are going to be strings into guard strings, into block strings, into frame traps, and so on and so forth. But the thing is it doesn't feel too fast for you not to comprehend it. Basically, the way it works is when it comes to design, combos, characters, just in general, it's almost as if they took the greatest hits and combined them all into one, which is mind-blowing because how often do you actually see a company take a series and actually do it justice in the 6th iteration? You know what I mean? Like, we have a current beta coming up, and, you know, that's the only thing that's actually left on the table as to, is this going to be good or not? That's the only thing left. The number 4 reason would definitely have to be the fact that Soulcalibur VI will be one of the easiest fighters you can get into. Now, it won't have auto combos like Dragon Ball FighterZ, but in case you are brand new to fighting games in general, or in case you are rather hesitant about it, Soulcalibur VI will provide you a very easy step into the pool, so you can dip your toe, see if you like fighting games, and so on and so forth, because not only will there be amazing offline content, hate to go back to reason number 1 here, but I feel all combos in Soulcalibur are all bread and butter, so there are maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 button presses, and you'll get an extensive combo. Now that's the important thing, but the other thing is, the caveat to that, which is 4.5 reason, is this game it'll scratch whatever gameplay style you like. If you feel like you want to be up close grappler or something like that, you have a character do that. If you feel like you want to challenge yourself, they'll have that because of just inputs. And in case you don't know what a just input is when you get the quickest input possible in a certain scenario with a certain move, and it will give you a blue shine on your character, indicating that you got the just. And a just is actually really easy, but also hard to get, so you actually feel like you're accomplishing something. So that's a very important morale boost with that. And on top of that, like I said, the combos are really bread and butter, so you don't have to worry about these anime fighters or something like as strict as Tekken or just anything in general. You can take your time with it, learn as you go, and you don't actually feel like you're not getting better or anything of that nature. So it's a really good introductory to fighting. And for the 5th and final reason as to why you should get Soulcalibur VI, they plan on supporting this game long after launch. Now, Soulcalibur V, their offline support, it pretty much died after like 6 months at most, okay? There still were a couple of patches here and there and everything else, but nothing really saved it. They plan on actually supporting this game long after launch, which is why, for the first time ever, Soulcalibur is actually getting a season pass that's going to have characters released later down the line. And the other thing is if you're wondering why that's such a big selling point, is because the fan base and the support are monumentally smaller than, let's say, Tekken or even Dragon Ball FighterZ. And that's the main problem. You know, the support for it wasn't exactly great because of business decisions made about like 20 plus years ago. You know, Tekken was released as a standalone for PlayStation. I'm pretty sure everybody remembers Tekken 3 on PlayStation, let's be real here. But Soulcalibur only got released on, let's say, the Dreamcast, and then there was that long stretch where they released on the GameCube, Xbox Original, and then the PS2. That's a long, like, you missed an entire generation of console, you know, so the support and the integration of, like, we're gonna plant our roots here never really took hold. And the other thing is if you're wondering, well, how does that benefit me? Well, they're going to produce a whole bunch of offline content, whether it's on top of DLC characters, they're going to introduce new customization, they're probably going to introduce sound packs as well, and then I believe they are planning a brand new offline mode already for the other 2 that are going to be released on launch. So you have a massive game here. No matter what, you have a massive game here. The content is there. It's just, are you willing to actually go and get it? For my money, I'm saying hell the fuck yes, okay? I don't mean to swear at the end of this, but yes, it is a massive boost from what Soulcalibur V was. It is actually crazy how much time, detail, and passion went into this. Every single person, even Tekken pros, are coming over to Soulcalibur VI because of how smooth it is, the detail, and everything else. People are actually coming from other fighting games to try Soulcalibur VI. For my money, I'm definitely getting it. For your money, and if you really want to get into the fighting games, this is definitely one of the easiest fighters to ever get into. This is Ittarra, signing off. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you need any more convincing, or if you feel like I'm not sure, please voice your opinions down below, and I will do my best to actually alleviate any caution that you might have or anything else. Take care, everyone, and be safe. Later!
A victory smiles upon the strong of spirit.